Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of numismatic history, the 1966 1-cent dime. Yes, you heard that right. A dime that's supposedly worth a lot of money, up to $40,000 in the current market. Stick around as we uncover the history, value, and rarity of this intriguing coin. At first glance, the 1966 1-cent dime might look like just another coin in your pocket change, but it's actually a rare and valuable find. So let's break down why this dime is so special. First off, let's talk about what makes this coin unique. The 1966 dime was produced during a period of significant change for American currency. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, while the reverse showcases a torch flanked by olive branches, symbols of liberty and peace. The 1966 dime is made of a copper-nickel blend, and it's part of the series that began in 1946. The design has remained largely the same since then, but what makes the 1966 version stand out is its rarity and the error associated with it. To understand the value of this coin, we need a bit of history. By the mid-1960s, the U.S. Mint was producing large numbers of coins to meet the demands of a growing economy. However, during this time, there was a significant change in the minting process. In 1965, the Mint had to stop using silver in dimes and quarters due to a shortage, switching to a copper-nickel composition. This switch led to some issues in production, and errors were more common during this transition period. So, what's the story behind the 1966 1-cent dime? It's not an official U.S. Mint release, but rather a result of a minting error. The coin in question is actually a dime struck on a 1-cent planchet, meaning it was minted using the wrong metal and at the wrong size. The result is a dime that is much smaller and thinner than the standard dime, but still carries the Roosevelt design. This kind of error is incredibly rare, which is why it's so valuable to collectors. Now, let's get into the exciting part, the value. As of the latest market trends, a 1966 1-cent dime can fetch around $40,000 if it's in excellent condition. This high value is due to its rarity and the unique error associated with it. These coins are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. The rarity of finding one in good condition means that prices can vary significantly based on the coin's quality and provenance. If you think you might have a 1966 1-cent dime, here's how to verify its authenticity. First, check the coin's weight and dimensions. A real error coin will be noticeably different from a regular dime in these aspects. Next, consult with a professional numismatist or a reputable coin dealer. They can provide you with an accurate appraisal and help you understand the best way to sell it if you choose to. To wrap up, the 1966 1-cent dime is a remarkable example of how errors in coin production can lead to valuable and highly collectible items. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about coin values, understanding these rarities can make your numismatic journey even more exciting. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coin errors in U.S. history, the 1994 1-cent dime. Yes, you heard that right. This rare coin, initially mistaken for a dime, has made headlines and is currently valued at a whopping $30,000. In this video, we'll explore the history behind this unique coin, how it was created, and why it's worth so much today. So, stick around because you won't want to miss this incredible story. To understand the significance of the 1994 1-cent dime, we first need to take a quick trip back to the U.S. Mint in 1994. The U.S. Mint is responsible for producing billions of coins each year, and with that level of production, errors occasionally slip through the cracks. Most of these errors are minor and go unnoticed, but sometimes, a mistake is so unique that it catches the attention of collectors worldwide. The 1994 1-cent dime is one of these extraordinary errors. But how did this happen? How did a coin intended to be a penny end up being struck with the design of a dime? Let's dig into the details. The error that led to the creation of the 1994 1-cent dime is what's known as a double denomination error. In simple terms, this means that a coin blank intended for one denomination, in this case, a penny, was accidentally struck with the dies for another denomination, in this case, a dime. This error occurred at the Denver Mint, one of the 4 mints in the United States responsible for producing coins. The mint mark, D, on the coin indicates that it was struck in Denver. What makes this error even more remarkable is the fact that the coin was struck on a copper-plated zinc blank, which is standard for pennies, but it was struck with the design of a dime. As a result, the 1994 1-cent dime has the appearance of a dime, but is made from the materials of a penny. It's smaller and lighter than a typical penny, which adds to its uniqueness and desirability among collectors. So, how did this rare error coin make its way into the hands of collectors? And why is it worth $30,000 today? The 1994 1-cent dime was discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who noticed something was off about this particular coin. Over time, word spread in the coin collecting community, and it quickly became one of the most sought-after error coins. Its rarity is a major factor in its value, as only a handful of these coins are known to exist. The current market value of $30,000 reflects not just its rarity, but also the intense interest it generates among collectors. Error coins like this one are highly prized because they represent a fascinating anomaly in the otherwise precise world of coin minting. In fact, the value of this coin has steadily increased over the years as more collectors become aware of its existence. Auction houses and online marketplaces have seen these coins sell for staggering amounts, sometimes even higher than $30,000 depending on the coin's condition and the level of interest at the time of sale. This coin is a prime example of how a small mistake at the mint can turn into a significant financial windfall for collectors. Now you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these valuable coins? Great question. Here's what you should look for. First, check the size and weight of the coin. A standard penny weighs 2.5 grams, but because the 1994 1-cent dime was struck with the design of a dime, it will be slightly smaller and lighter. Next, examine the design. The coin will have the design of a dime, featuring Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch, oak branch, and olive branch on the reverse. However, the material of the coin will be copper-plated zinc, which is typical for pennies. Finally, look for the D mint mark under the year 1994 on the obverse of the coin. This indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is crucial for identifying this particular error coin. You might be asking yourself, why do coin errors like this matter so much to collectors? Well, the answer lies in the rarity and the story behind the coin. Error coins are fascinating because they offer a glimpse into the minting process and remind us that even in a highly controlled environment, mistakes can happen. These errors are often one of a kind, or at least extremely rare, making them highly desirable for collectors who want to own a piece of history. The 1994 1-cent dime is a perfect example of this. It's not just a coin, it's a conversation piece, a historical artifact, and a testament to the intricacies of coin production. That's why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for such rare finds. So, what should you do if you think you've found a 1994 1-cent dime in your pocket change? First, don't panic. Handle the coin carefully and avoid cleaning it, as this can reduce its value. Next, take the coin to a professional coin dealer or grading service to have it authenticated. If it's the real deal, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Once authenticated, you might consider getting the coin graded and slabbed by a service like PCGS or NGC. This will help protect the coin and could potentially increase its value. Finally, you can choose to sell the coin through an auction house or online marketplace. Given the current market interest, you might just get that $30,000 or even more. The story of the 1994 D1 dime is a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things can be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a curiosity for coins, the tale of this rare era coin is sure to inspire you to keep an eye on your pocket change. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting. And oh boy, do we have a story for you. We're going to explore a little-known treasure that could be sitting right in your pocket. Yes, I'm talking about the 1996 D1 dime coin. Believe it or not, this tiny piece of metal could be worth a jaw-dropping $26,000 today. Intrigued? Stick around because we're going to uncover the history, the rarity, and the current market value of this extraordinary coin. Let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the history behind the 1996 dime. So, what exactly is a 1996 D1 dime? To clear up any confusion, it's important to note that this isn't just any ordinary dime. In 1996, the U.S. Mint produced a large number of Roosevelt dimes. The D you see on the coin indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint. Now, what makes this dime so special? Well, it's not just the date or the mint mark. It's a very rare and significant minting error that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Imagine this, a 1-cent dime. Sounds contradictory, right? What actually happened is that during the minting process, a Roosevelt dime planchet, a blank metal disc, was accidentally struck with the design for a penny. This error is what makes the 1996 D1 dime an incredibly rare find. It's a mint error known as a wrong planchet error, and it's the reason this coin has skyrocketed in value. So why exactly is this coin worth a whopping $26,000? It's all about rarity and demand. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for unique pieces that stand out due to minting errors. The 1996 D1 dime is a prime example of such an error. Only a handful of these coins were produced, and even fewer have been discovered, making it an exceptionally rare find. The value of rare coins is typically determined by several factors: rarity, condition, and the coin's historical significance. Because the 1996 dime was a mistake, there aren't many out there. The few that have been found are in various conditions, but the ones in the best shape, graded by experts as mint state or MS, are the ones fetching the highest prices. As of now, the 1996 D1 dime has been reported to sell for as much as $26,000. This is largely due to its extreme rarity and the fervor among collectors to own such a unique piece of history. Over the years, the value of this coin has only appreciated, and it's expected to continue doing so as more collectors become aware of its existence. To give you some perspective, this coin might have been worth just a few $100s when it was first discovered, but with increased awareness and demand, its value has soared. If you happen to own one of these rare dimes, you're sitting on a small fortune. And if you're thinking about selling, now could be a great time, given the current market interest. By now, you're probably itching to check your change jar to see if you have one of these rare dimes. So how can you tell if you've struck gold? Here are a few key things to look for. The D mint mark ***. This is located to the right of Roosevelt's neck on the coin. The D indicates it was minted in Denver. Of course, the coin must have been minted in 1996. This is the hardest part to identify without expert help. Because the coin was struck on the wrong planchet, it might look slightly different in size or thickness compared to a regular dime or penny. If you think you have one, the best way to confirm its authenticity is by having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They'll be able to assess the coin's condition and verify if it's indeed the rare 1996 D1 dime. The 1996 1-cent dime is a perfect example of why coin collecting is such a thrilling hobby. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt. Who knows what valuable finds are waiting to be discovered? Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, the thrill of possibly owning a rare coin like this one is what makes collecting so exciting. Remember, the value of coins can fluctuate based on market demand, so staying informed is key. There are plenty of online communities and resources where you can learn more about coins and connect with other collectors. So, there you have it, folks, the fascinating story behind the 1996 1-cent dime, a tiny treasure worth a staggering $26,000. Could you be the next lucky collector to find one? Be sure to check your pockets, piggy banks, and coin jars. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. We're talking about a very special era coin, the 1998 Lincoln cent struck on a dime planchet that recently fetched a whopping $22,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. $22,000 for a penny. How did this happen? And could you possibly have one of these in your collection? Let's dive into the story of this incredible coin. This little piece of metal might look like a regular penny at first glance, but take a closer look and you'll notice something's off. This is no ordinary penny. It's actually a 1998 Lincoln cent that was struck on a dime planchet. And today, we're going to uncover the history, rarity, and market value of this incredible era coin. So, what exactly is a 1998 Lincoln cent struck on a dime planchet? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about what a planchet is. A planchet is simply a blank metal disc that gets stamped with a design to create a coin. Normally, a penny would be struck on a copper-plated zinc planchet, which gives it that familiar copper color. A dime, on the other hand, is struck on a smaller planchet made of a copper-nickel blend, giving it a silvery appearance. However, in rare cases, due to a mishap at the U.S. Mint, a penny can end up being struck on a dime planchet, resulting in a much smaller coin with a silvery appearance but featuring the Lincoln cent design. That's exactly what happened with this 1998 penny. This era coin is smaller than a normal penny and has the silvery hue of a dime, but it still features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Because it was struck on a dime planchet, the details are often less crisp, and the coin might show signs of the original dime planchet, like reeded edges or an incomplete strike due to the size difference. But how did this error happen? To understand that, we need to take a trip back to 1998 and the Denver Mint. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins every year, and while quality control is typically very strict, mistakes can and do happen. In this case, a dime planchet somehow found its way into the press intended for pennies. When the planchet was struck with the Lincoln cent design, it created this incredibly rare error coin. These types of errors are called off-metal errors and are highly sought after by collectors due to their rarity. While errors like off-center strikes or die cracks are more common, finding a penny struck on a dime planchet is exceptionally rare. It's the kind of mistake that happens maybe once in a blue moon, making these coins extremely valuable. So why is this coin worth so much money? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin. First and foremost, rarity. Era coins like this 1998 Lincoln cent on a dime planchet are incredibly rare. The U.S. Mint has high standards for coin production, so the chances of such a mistake slipping through the cracks are slim. This rarity makes the coin highly desirable among collectors. Secondly, there's demand. Coin collectors, especially those who specialize in era coins, are always on the lookout for unique and rare pieces to add to their collections. When a coin like this comes up for sale, it can create a bidding frenzy, driving the price up significantly. And finally, condition matters. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. In the case of this 1998 D penny on a dime planchet, its excellent condition played a major role in its high auction price. This particular 1998 D penny on a dime planchet made headlines when it sold for an astounding $22,000 at auction. The combination of its rarity, demand, and high grade made it a highly sought-after piece. As of now, the market value for these coins can vary significantly depending on their condition and the specific details of the era. While not every 1998 D penny on a dime planchet will sell for $22,000, high-grade examples can still fetch thousands of dollars at auction or in private sales. It's a reminder that even the smallest, seemingly insignificant coin could be worth a fortune. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these coins, it's essential to get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. This will help determine its true value and make it easier to sell at auction or to a collector. If you're a coin collector, or even if you just have a jar of change sitting around, it's worth taking the time to examine your coins closely. You never know what you might find. Here are a few tips to help you identify error coins like this one. A penny struck on a dime planchet will be noticeably smaller and lighter than a regular penny. Since it's struck on a dime planchet, the coin will have a silvery color rather than the typical copper color of a penny. The design may look incomplete or off-center due to the size mismatch between the planchet and the die. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot finer details that might indicate an error. If you suspect you have an error coin, handle it by the edges and avoid cleaning it, as this can reduce its value. If you think you found something special, it's always a good idea to consult a professional for verification. And there you have it, folks. The incredible story of the 1998 D Lincoln cent struck on a dime planchet, a rare and valuable error coin that's worth a small fortune. Who would have thought that a penny could be worth $22,000? It just goes to show that in the world of numismatics, anything is possible. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel name for more fascinating coin stories, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. We're exploring a coin that's been making waves in the numismatic community, the 2015 D1 cent dime. Yes, you heard that right. A dime that's valued at a staggering $18,000. Stick around as we uncover the history, the error, and what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. Let's start with a bit of background. The coin we're talking about today is from 2015, minted at the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark. This particular coin isn't your ordinary dime. It's a true oddity in the world of coin collecting. It's technically known as a mint error, a coin that deviates from its intended design or composition. Now, the U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year, and despite their strict quality control measures, mistakes do happen. These errors can range from minor flaws, like off-center strikes, to more significant issues, like coins being struck on the wrong planchet. And that's precisely what happened with the 2015 D1 cent dime. So what makes this 2015 D coin so special? Well, it was struck on a 1 cent planchet instead of a dime planchet. For those unfamiliar, a planchet is the blank piece of metal on which a coin design is struck. Normally, a dime is struck on a planchet made of a copper core with a coating of copper nickel, weighing 2.27 grams. But in this case, the coin was mistakenly struck on a copper-plated zinc planchet intended for a penny, which weighs only 2.5 grams. This error results in a unique coin that looks like a dime, but has the weight and composition of a penny. Given the rarity of such an error, these coins are incredibly valuable. It's not every day that you find a coin with such a significant and unusual mistake. This particular type of error is known as a wrong planchet error, and it's one of the most sought-after mistakes by collectors. The 2015 D1 dime era coin was discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who noticed something was off about the coin. After further inspection and verification, it was confirmed as a genuine mint error. When coins like these are found, they are often sent to professional grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) for authentication and grading. The authenticity of such a coin is crucial because it's easy for counterfeits or altered coins to circulate in the market. The grading process also determines the coin's condition, which can significantly impact its value. The 2015 D1 dime we're discussing today was graded by PCGS and was given a high grade, confirming its mint condition and adding to its allure and value. Now, let's talk about why this coin is worth an astonishing $18,000. The value of error coins is determined by a few factors: rarity, demand, and condition. The wrong planchet error is exceedingly rare, especially when it involves modern coins like those from 2015. Only a handful of such coins have ever been discovered, which significantly increases their value. The demand for unique error coins is high among collectors. Coin collectors love the thrill of owning something that's one of a kind or extremely rare, and the 2015 D1 dime fits that bill perfectly. As mentioned earlier, the condition of the coin is paramount. A coin in mint condition, especially an error coin, can fetch a much higher price than one that's been circulated or damaged. When all these factors are combined, it's easy to see how this 2015 D1 dime reached its impressive market value of $18,000. It's a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and condition. So, what's the current market value of this coin, and where might it go in the future? As of now, this particular 2015 D1 dime has been valued at around $18,000, a price that reflects its rarity and demand. However, the value of such coins can fluctuate based on market trends, collector interest, and the discovery of additional error coins. If you happen to come across a similar coin, it's essential to have it authenticated and graded. The market for rare coins can be highly lucrative, and owning a unique piece like this could be a significant investment. It's also worth noting that the value of such error coins tends to increase over time, especially if they remain in excellent condition. So, if you're a collector, holding on to this coin could potentially yield even higher returns in the future. The story of the 2015 D1 dime is a fascinating example of how a small mistake can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. With a value of $18,000 and rising, this coin is a testament to the importance of paying attention to detail, whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist. We're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coins, focusing on an incredibly rare and valuable piece, the 2016 P1 dime. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that's not only unique, but also worth a whopping $14,000 on the current market. So, how did this seemingly ordinary dime become so valuable? What's the story behind it? And most importantly, could you have one in your pocket right now without even knowing it? Stick around to find out. To fully understand the significance of the 2016 P1 dime, we need to go back and explore some history. First off, let's clear up a potential point of confusion. You might be asking yourself, is this a penny or a dime? Well, this coin is technically a dime, but with a fascinating twist that has left collectors and enthusiasts buzzing. In 2016, the Philadelphia Mint mistakenly produced a batch of dimes using the cent planchets, the metal discs normally used for pennies. As a result, these dimes were minted on copper-plated zinc planchets typically used for pennies, giving them a distinctive copper color rather than the typical silver appearance of a dime. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The coins were struck with the standard dime design, including the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. The result? A coin with the wrong color, wrong weight, and wrong size. Essentially, a 1-cent dime. So, how did this error occur? The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year across its facilities, and errors, while rare, do happen. In this case, it's believed that a mix-up in the planchets during the minting process led to a small number of these 2016 1-cent dimes slipping through quality control. These kinds of errors are known as wrong planchet errors, and they're among the most coveted in the coin collecting community because of their rarity. It's not just about the mistake, it's about how many of these errors were caught and removed before they entered circulation. The fewer that make it out, the more valuable they become. The first discovery of these dimes sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Imagine the excitement of finding one of these coins in your pocket change. Coin enthusiasts quickly recognized the rarity and began hunting for more. As more of these coins were found, their value started to skyrocket. Why? Because this wasn't just any error, it was a significant minting blunder that combined the rarity of a wrong planchet with the interest in modern coinage errors. Collectors and investors alike were willing to pay a premium to own one of these unique pieces of American numismatic history. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the value. As of today, the 2016 1-cent dime is valued at around $14,000. That's right, a single coin worth more than a brand new car. But why is it worth so much? Several factors contribute to this. First, the rarity of the coin. It's estimated that only a handful of these coins exist, making them incredibly scarce. Secondly, the condition of the coin matters. Coins in mint condition, with minimal wear and tear, are always more valuable. Finally, demand plays a big role, and there's no shortage of collectors who want to add this coin to their collections. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, you're sitting on a gold mine. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these valuable dimes? Here are a few key characteristics to look for. The coin should have the year 2016 stamped on it, along with a P mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike regular dimes, which are silver-colored and made of a copper-nickel blend, the 2016 1-cent dime will have a coppery hue, similar to a penny, due to its zinc core. A standard dime weighs about 2.27 grams, but this error coin will weigh less, closer to 2.5 grams, like a penny. Although it might not be immediately noticeable, the size might differ slightly due to the wrong planchet being used on. If you think you have one of these coins, it's worth getting it professionally appraised. But before you do that, double-check these features. The market for rare coins is always changing, and the 2016 1-cent dime is no exception. Right now, it's valued at around $14,000, but as with all collectibles, prices can fluctuate based on market demand. Some experts believe that as more people become aware of this coin, its value could increase even further, especially if fewer of them surface over time. If the number of known examples remains low, or if demand spikes, we could see this coin's value climb even higher. So, if you have one, hold on to it. It might just be worth more in the future. The 2016 1-cent dime is a perfect example of how something as small as a coin can hold incredible value. What started as a minting mistake has turned into a prized collectible worth thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone new to the hobby, this coin is a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. We're going to talk about a tiny coin that's making a huge impact. The 2017 1-cent dime coin. Yes, you heard that right, a dime that's been valued at a staggering $11,000. How did this coin, which should only be worth a cent or two, reach such a sky-high value? Stick around, and we'll break it all down for you. Before we get into the nitty-gritty details, let's start with a bit of background. The coin in question is a 2017 dime, but there's something very special about it. First, let's talk about the P Mint mark. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the main mints in the United States responsible for producing our coinage. Now, while dimes are regularly produced with a P Mint mark, what makes this coin unique isn't just where it was minted, but rather its denomination. It's mistakenly struck on a cent planchet, meaning it was intended to be a 1-cent coin, but was struck with the design of a dime. These minting errors are quite rare, and when they do occur, they often become highly sought after by collectors. The process of minting coins is highly precise, but occasionally mistakes happen. In this case, a blank mint for a penny somehow ended up being struck with a dime's design. This makes the coin significantly smaller in weight and size than a typical dime, and that's where the value starts to climb. So why is this error coin so valuable? Well, rarity plays a massive role here. There are only a few known examples of this minting error, which makes it an extremely rare find. Collectors love coins with a story, especially when it involves a mistake from the mint itself. These coins are often referred to as error coins in the numismatic community, and they can fetch thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars at auction. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and demand can drive prices through the roof. This 2017 P1 cent dime coin is no exception. Since only a handful of these coins have been discovered, each one becomes a treasure to collectors. The error coins not only intrigue collectors, but also become historical artifacts, representing a unique moment in the minting process. Now, let's talk about the big money. Why is this particular coin worth $11,000? Well, in 2023, one of these error coins sold at auction for just that amount. The price it fetched was due to a combination of factors: its rarity, the demand for unique mint errors, and the pristine condition of the coin. Graded as MS65 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, this coin was in near-perfect condition, which is crucial when determining the value of a collectible coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless specimen. An MS65 grade means the coin is in superb condition, with only a few minor imperfections. This high grade significantly boosts its value. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins in the best condition possible, especially when they are as rare as this one. So, is it possible that your pocket change could be worth a small fortune? While it's unlikely, it's not impossible. As of now, the market value for the 2017 P1 cent dime coin remains around the $10,000 to $11,000 mark, depending on its condition and the demand from collectors. However, the market for rare and error coins can be volatile, with prices fluctuating based on various factors like the economy, collector interest, and new discoveries. If you happen to come across one of these coins, getting it authenticated and graded is crucial. Professional grading can not only confirm its authenticity, but also provide an accurate assessment of its condition, which directly impacts its market value. Keep in mind that the coin market is highly speculative. Prices can rise or fall based on trends, so if you're considering this as an investment, it's important to do your research or consult with a numismatic expert. Now, you might be wondering, how do I spot one of these rare coins in the wild? Well, the first thing you want to do is check the date and the mint mark. If you see a 2017 date and a P mint mark, you've found a Philadelphia mint dime. But here's the catch: check the size and weight. A genuine 2017 P1 cent dime error coin will be smaller and lighter than a standard dime because it was struck on a cent planchet. You can compare it to other dimes in your collection or use a digital scale to weigh it. A typical dime weighs about 2.268 grams, but this error coin will weigh around 2.5 grams due to being struck on a cent planchet. If you think you've found one, it might be worth having it checked by a professional. To wrap things up, the 2017 P1 cent dime coin is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Its high value comes from its rarity, the intriguing story behind its minting error, and the demand from passionate collectors. While it's exciting to think that you might have a fortune in your pocket, the reality is that these coins are incredibly rare. But who knows? The next time you're sorting through your change, you might just strike gold, or rather silver. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and rare coins out there, the 2019 P1 dime coin. Yes, you heard that right. A dime that's valued at just 1 cent. But now it's making waves in the numismatic world with an astonishing market value of up to $9,000. How did this happen? What's the story behind this coin? And could you possibly have one lying around in your change jar? Let's find out. First, let's take a step back and understand the history and context behind this unique coin. The 2019 P dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the 4 main facilities in the United States responsible for producing coins. The P Mint mark on the dime stands for Philadelphia, and it was a standard issue like any other year, except for one critical error that made some of these dimes incredibly valuable. But wait, why are we calling it a 1 cent dime? Isn't that contradictory? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Due to a rare minting error, a small number of these dimes were mistakenly struck with a 1 cent marking. This isn't something you'd normally find on a dime, which is typically worth 10 cents, but it has happened before in the world of coin collecting. So how did this happen? In the minting process, each coin is struck with a die that imprints its design and denomination. Occasionally, a mix-up can occur where the wrong die is used, or a die is misaligned, leading to an error coin. In this case, the 1 cent marking was somehow struck onto a dime, creating a hybrid coin that wasn't supposed to exist. Now, errors like this are incredibly rare, and that's exactly what makes them so valuable. Coin collectors, known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for such errors because they represent anomalies in the minting process, something that's not supposed to happen in a system designed for precision and uniformity. Because of its rarity and the sheer unlikelihood of such an error, the 2019 P1 dime has become a highly sought-after item in the numismatic community. The value of these error coins has skyrocketed in the past few years. While initially it might have just been a curious find worth a few dollars, it quickly caught the attention of collectors and auction houses. And today, depending on its condition and provenance, this coin can fetch upwards of $9,000 in the market. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was originally worth just 10 cents has now become a treasure worth thousands. So, if you happen to find one, you're in for a treat. Now, let's talk about what you should look for if you're hoping to find one of these in your own collection. First, you'll need to check for the P Mint mark, which signifies it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, examine the coin closely for any unusual markings, especially anything that suggests a 1 cent denomination. These coins may have some other telltale signs of being an error coin, such as misaligned text, double strikes, or other oddities that don't appear on a standard dime. If you find something that looks suspiciously like an error, it's worth getting it professionally appraised. So what's driving the high prices for these coins today? Well, the coin market is like any other collectible market. It's influenced by supply and demand, the rarity of the item, and the enthusiasm of collectors. Right now, there's a lot of excitement around error coins, and the 2019 P1 dime is one of the rarest and most interesting examples out there. As of current year, these coins have been selling for as much as $9,000, depending on the condition. Coins that are in mint condition, those that haven't been circulated and still have their original luster, are especially valuable. However, even coins that have been in circulation can fetch a significant sum if they exhibit this rare error. If you think you might have one of these coins, the next step is to get it appraised. You can do this by visiting a professional coin dealer or submitting the coin to a grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC). They will assess the coin's authenticity, condition, and overall value. Once graded, you can choose to sell it through a coin auction, a reputable dealer, or even online through platforms like eBay. Just be sure to do your homework and find the best option to maximize your return. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2019 P1 cent dime coin, a small piece of metal that's become a big deal in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about rare coins, this is one story that shows how even the smallest errors can lead to the biggest rewards. Do you have any rare coins in your collection? Or maybe you're thinking of getting into coin collecting? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Who knows? Maybe your next find will be worth a fortune. We're diving into one such treasure, the 2021 P. Roosevelt dime. This little coin, which might look just like any other dime in your pocket, is making waves in the numismatic world. And with some of these coins fetching as much as $7,000 in the current market, it's worth taking a closer look. So what makes this dime so special? Let's explore the history, the unique features, and why this tiny coin is worth a lot of money. First, let's step back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, just 1 year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's passing. The dime was chosen to honor Roosevelt because of his efforts to combat polio, a disease that he himself battled throughout his life. The coin's design, featuring Roosevelt's profile, was created by sculptor John R. Sennick, and it has remained largely unchanged for over 7 decades. While the Roosevelt dime is a common coin in circulation, what makes certain dimes valuable to collectors isn't necessarily their age. Instead, factors like minting errors, low mintage numbers, and unique characteristics are what drive their value up. And that brings us to the 2021 P. Roosevelt dime. So, what exactly makes the 2021 P. Roosevelt dime stand out? In most cases, the 2021 P dime would be considered just another dime. However, a few special dimes from this year have caught the attention of collectors due to a rare error. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where this particular dime was struck. But not all 2021 P dimes are worth a fortune. Only those with a specific error are commanding high prices. The error in question is known as a struck-through error, where an object or substance interferes with the die during the minting process. This can create unique marks or anomalies on the coin's surface, making it a one-of-a-kind piece. On some 2021 P dimes, collectors have found significant struck-through errors, with parts of the design missing or distorted. These errors can happen for various reasons. Anything from a stray piece of cloth to grease on the die can cause these fascinating imperfections. Because these errors are so rare, coins with these anomalies become highly sought after by collectors. A 2021 P dime with a well-defined struck-through error can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. As of now, some of these error dimes have sold for staggering amounts. Reports of sales reaching up to $7,000 have made headlines, particularly when the coin is in excellent condition and the error is prominent. But remember, the coin's condition, often referred to as its grade, is a crucial factor in determining its value. Coin grading is a meticulous process where a coin's condition is assessed and assigned a grade, usually on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin that is near perfect, or mint state, can significantly increase in value compared to one with visible wear and tear. For the 2021 P dime with the struck-through error, a high grade combined with a dramatic error can lead to the $7,000 price tag we're seeing in the market. If you think you've found one of these rare dimes, it might be worth having it professionally graded. And who knows? That dime in your pocket could be worth a lot more than just 10 cents. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 2021 P dimes? Start by examining the coin closely. You're looking for any unusual marks, missing details, or other anomalies on the surface of the coin. A good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help you spot these details. If you find something that looks like an error, it's a good idea to get a second opinion. Taking the coin to a reputable coin dealer or submitting it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can confirm whether your coin is indeed a valuable error coin. Once graded, you have options. You can keep the coin as part of your collection or sell it. If you decide to sell, consider auction houses or online marketplaces that specialize in rare coins. Some collectors have found success selling through platforms like eBay, where rare coins can attract competitive bids. In the world of coin collecting, every coin tells a story, and sometimes a small imperfection can lead to a significant payday. The 2021 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how even the most ordinary objects can become extraordinary under the right circumstances. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error dimes, you could be holding onto a small fortune. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting to explore the incredible story behind the 2022 P1 dime error coin. Let's find out why this tiny piece of metal is creating such a huge buzz in the numismatic community. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and love learning about rare coins, collectibles, and all things valuable, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest videos. Today, we're focusing on one of the most intriguing modern era coins that has collectors and coin enthusiasts on the edge of their seats, the 2022 P1 dime. What makes this coin so special? Let's break it down. First, let's take a look at the history of the coin. The 2022 P dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the largest and oldest minting facilities in the United States. Now, dimes are usually worth exactly what they say they are, 10 cents. But occasionally, a mistake at the mint can lead to something extraordinary. In 2022, an unusual error occurred during the minting process. Some dimes were accidentally struck on 1-cent planchets instead of the typical dime planchets. This error resulted in a coin that looks like a dime, but with the weight and thickness of a penny. So why is this error coin worth so much? Several factors come into play. First and foremost, rarity. It's believed that only a small number of these error coins made it into circulation before the mistake was caught. The fewer the coins, the more valuable they become. Second, the condition of the coin is critical. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly sought after by collectors. These coins can fetch a higher price compared to those with wear and tear. And finally, market demand. Right now, the demand for this particular error coin is through the roof, with collectors willing to pay upwards of $5,000 for a top-quality example. Auction sites and private sales have already seen these coins selling for thousands. Now, you're probably wondering how you can identify this valuable coin in your change. Here's what to look for. Check for the P mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. The error coin will weigh around 2.5 grams, the standard weight for a penny, instead of the 2.27 grams typical of a dime. It will also be thicker than a standard dime, again resembling the thickness of a penny. Compare it side by side with a regular dime to notice any differences in size or edge detail. If you find a coin that matches these criteria, it's time to get it professionally appraised. Who knows? You might be holding a small fortune in your hand. As of now, the current market value for a high-grade 2022 P1 dime era coin is hovering around $5,000. But like any collectible, the value can fluctuate. With the growing interest in modern era coins, there's potential for this coin's value to increase even more in the future. So, if you come across a 2022 P dime, don't just toss it in your coin jar. Take a closer look. It could be worth more than you think. That's all for today's video. What do you think about the 2022 P1 cent dime era coin? Do you think it's worth the hype, or is it just another passing fad? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching and happy hunting!